Hi, amazing. Welcome to the Dear Stephanie Show. It's a Friday. Good to see you. Good to have you watching me wherever you're watching from. I'm Stephanie, your neighborhood counselor, and this is where you're supposed to be. This is where you're going to get valuable insights, tips, concerning life generally, relationship, marriage, and everything else in between. And today I had put up a post earlier, yes, that it would be nice if anyone could guess what the title of today's episode was going to be. And I had a number of responses. I think you guys did pretty well. I left you a clue in the song by Celine Dion, Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda. And okay, yesterday I put it up. In case you missed it, today's episode is titled Coulda, Woulda, Shoulda, the voice of my every regret. It's gonna be quite an amazing time, trust me. And I'll be sharing, first of all, we talk about stories, life stories from, sent in by you guys who I love so much. And we'll be, after I share with you, I would also be talking about giving tips in line with what the story has to offer, right? Okay, so let's just dive into the story of the day of the week. Dear Stephanie, a lady I know had been dating this guy for several years, and although she had no value she was receiving from there, she hung in there because she believed in being loyal to one person who she would eventually marry. But she soon realized the guy wasn't going to marry her anytime soon. Talk about Lord of the Rings. So she ended things with him, but they still kept in touch as friends because they were friends before. Recently, she meets her ex and his friend along the road and they exchange pleasantries. His friend remarks that she's looking better than she did when she was with him, and also said that he's also told his friend, that's her ex, in front of her that he's interested in her. To which her ex replied that you should go ahead, when they both know that that person had no intentions of getting married to her. He's not a serious person. They all know that. And so she felt slighted, she felt hurt, because for her she's like, you know why I left you, and now somebody who is not planning to have anything real with me is coming to tell you that they're interested in me. In short, what even gives... Okay, so let me calm down. Let me just calm down. Well, seriously, first off, before I even go far, because she's upset because of what he said. But what I wanted to even first point out is, why does he think he's in a position to actually call the shots? Like, why are you even saying he should, like he's trying to take permission from you? Like, do you understand? It does not make any sense. She's no longer with you. You get? You are supposed to, the respectful thing you should have said is, why are you telling me? Why should you say that? You understand? If you're a respectable person, that should be the first thing you should point out. That this lady is right here. Ask her yourself, be like, why would you understand that kind of, you're supposed to call out your friend right there on the spot if you are a reasonable person what being friends with. Retaining friendship with this guy, I know that sometimes we just be like, okay, well, if you guys didn't have a problem, you guys didn't fight, you guys were friends before, there's just that it's okay to revert to friendship, but it's not something that should be automatic. Do you understand? Because sometimes in being with a person, you get to realize why the person should not even be in your space at all, even as a friend. And in this particular case, I'm looking at it and I'm like, come on. This guy does not have respect for you. It's very clear. Before we even start talking about that he knew the kind of person his friend is, and he still told his friend to go ahead with you. Like, what's that? Do you understand? That just shows that whatever was happening in the course of the relationship, he might have put up with too much nonsense throughout the relationship that he has lost his regard for you. He has lost his respect for you. Do you understand? But now, which is, which brings me to today's topic. The picture is that you should not wallow in regrets. That's what I'm here to tell you. So it has happened. You've made the mistake. You have to first of all forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. It's very important that you forgive yourself. In times like this, you will be beating yourself up. You might fall into beating yourself up, asking yourself why you were so foolish, or you understand, to end up with someone like that, and so on and so forth. So there are those tendencies. So the first thing is slow down. Don't beat yourself up about this. Do you understand? You need to start out with that in mind, with that in view, that this happened, and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. That's the first step in the journey of moving on. Forgive yourself. Another thing is allow yourself heal. And sometimes you might not be able to continue friendship. Sometimes continuing friendship with someone you broke up with or you left, in this case, it was very clear he actually had a vice. There was something, somebody who you were with that refused to get married to you, did not have plans of getting married to you, because you spent time with him, right? You should just jump and say, okay, we're good, we're getting back to being friends. No, give yourself some time to heal. Give yourself some time to reflect about all that happened. Do you understand? And in reflecting, don't give in to regrets, because regrets is a totally different ballgame entirely. Regrets will cause you to have a lot of anxiety attacks. Depression can set in because you feel like, why did I waste my time, and all sorts of things. So no, the key, the picture is, do not, whatever you do, ensure you do not give in to regrets. Instead, let this be, you understand, let it be a call for evaluation. You understand? You can evaluate the relationship. You can look back at the relationship, not with the eye of regrets, but with the eye of, okay, let's see what didn't work. What decisions did I make that I shouldn't make going forward? Do you understand? What can I work on? You understand? What was it about this person that drew me to him? What was it about him that if I had looked, I would have actually spotted? Or what did I ignore about him that I had already sensed was not right? Or do you understand? What were all those things? And then you might want to look into, who is your ideal man? What is the picture of your ideal man? You understand? What picture are you working with? You understand? If you don't define it, you would go with all kinds of people. Do you understand? It has to be something you define before love catch you or you get blinded by emotions and all of that. So it has to be already defined. Who is the kind of person who should be my spouse? Who is my life partner? Who is that person I'm supposed to do life with? What should he be like? It's not even talking about the identity of the person. So you do not want to give in to regrets. Don't throw a pity party. No, don't sit down and feel ashamed. Don't allow shame take over. Who should be ashamed is the person that came into a relationship and that was not a person of integrity. You were loyal. The other person was not truthful about what their intentions towards you were, at least from what I'm seeing. you had to catch on so that this person doesn't have any serious plans for me. It's clear. Either there were assumptions along the way. Why should you start a relationship with me that is headed nowhere? No, relationships have phases, right? There are phases of relationships. So when a relationship is not moving in its phases, it's static, it's stagnant, and most times it's because both of you have two different motives for going into the relationship. You have two different goals or two different blueprints you're working with, and most times such relationships don't even work out. You might want to just go back to the drawing board and just reevaluate all that happened. Do a flashback, but don't do a flashback because you are regretting or because you want to spend time wallowing in regrets. It's all those things that cause anxiety attacks. You're worried, you're sad, you're miserable, you're depressed. No. So wallowing in self-pity, wallowing in regret is going to cause you to lose self-confidence. You lose your self-esteem. You start letting voices play in your head. Probably I was not good enough and all kinds of stuff. Just because you are dwelling, maybe it's because I didn't do this. Do you understand? All those kind of could have, would have, should have, it won't get you anywhere. You cannot, it will affect your self-confidence. It will make you afraid of taking that leap again to trust another person. You won't even trust your own decisions. So you can't do that. You've made a mistake. Mistakes are normal in life, right? But it is what you make of those mistakes that matter. So you have to keep going. You have to believe that this was just a mistake and it's time for you to move on. You have a bright future ahead of you. You always have. There is much more. There are better things to come there. You're deserving of a great relationship, a great marriage, a great partner who is going to be willing to go all the mile, like with you, take the relationship to the next level. You can't destroy your chances or refuse to even believe or want to take a chance on something new because you're stuck in regret. So regretting wouldn't help you. Like I said, forgive yourself. Like I said, you need to give yourself time to heal. I said reflect, take some time to reflect, but not in a way to regret, you understand? No, you're reflecting on all that happened, your decisions, the things you did, the things that the person did. You understand? It just might help you get the lessons, the things you should, ensure that you do differently this time. But regret should not be a question, should not be anything that you entertain while you're at this. Don't say, how could I have been so stupid? How would I have ended up with someone like that? Come on. You don't apologize for love. No, especially when you were sincere. That the other person turned out to be the way they decided to be is not your fault. So don't take the blame. Don't take the blame. Do you understand? Wrap up your love and hold it, because you will soon find somebody who is worth it, deserving of the love. Till then, keep calm. Okay? Reflect, don't regret. Don't sit down and throw a pity party. And don't feel ashamed. Don't allow shame grip you. Like you're feeling embarrassed. Because obviously, so you feel like you're some piece of trash that could be thrown about. You understand? Don't let them make you ashamed. Shame on them for actually talking the way they were talking, but the guy that had your ex and then this his friend. You don't need that kind of person as your friend, because now We're not even talking about the fact that, oh, you dated before. As a friend, have you seen friends? No, friends are supposed to have your back. Your friend should have your back. Your friend should want the best for you. So for that guy who you desire to take back into the friendship picture, to look at his friend who he knows wants to just take advantage of you and tell him that we're not even looking at him from the standpoint of it was your ex, this, that, or is your ex. We're looking at it from the standpoint of this is the person that's supposed to be your friend. Such person is not a friend. So I'm saying that even that position you put him into, or you demoted him, it's supposed to be like a demotion. He's not deserving of you in that position. Because your friend circle is one that you should guard jealously. I always tell people that. The people in my community, I always say that. You don't just allow just anybody into that space. Why? Because someday soon you'll be looking for somebody of value. You'll be looking for somebody to pray with you, looking for somebody to hold your hand, to give you counsel, to give you sound counsel, to encourage you to do stuff that are valuable to improve your life in one way or the other. And then you look around and you can't even find, you're supposed to have a majority, you're supposed to be surrounded by people like that. Not that it's now like a scarce commodity among your friend circle. You're looking for who would be that person. No. Don't have friends like that. Friendship should go beyond just chit chats, gist partner, and all of that. The color of your next hair, the kind of clothes you want to shop, where you want to shop, all those mundane, flimsy stuff. I'm not saying you guys should not talk about the mundane, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying that if that's all you and your friends talk about, find yourself some good friends, find yourself some true friends, find yourself some great friends. They will do you good. All right, and is there any other thing I'm missing? If there is, you know how we do it. Just know that a part 2 of this session will definitely be coming your way soon. So, like I said, coulda, woulda, shoulda, the voice of my every regret, hush it, squash it, silence that voice. It should not follow you into that new relationship. It should not follow you anywhere, period. Do you understand? Because if it follows you, most times it will not even allow you enter into a new relationship. That would be better than that. And if you do enter a new relationship with the regret still on your mind, any small thing that happens in this new relationship, your regrets will be echoed, all over again. Your regrets will keep being reiterated and all of that. It's been a wonderful time as usual talking to you. And if you watch this video, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, give me a share, give me a comment. I want to hear what you think about this. If you've had similar stories, feel free to share. If you would like to ask a question related to what I talked about today, or anything along the lines of life and relationship, come on. Just send an email. If you're an email person, send an email to dearstephanieshow@gmail.com. Or if you just want to talk to me on WhatsApp, you can send a message to 081-5852-4273. And if you just want to get access to every other material, every other videos like this one, just follow us on all our social media platforms, on TikTok at the Dear Stephanie page, on Instagram, Dear Stephanie Show, that's at Dear Stephanie Show, on YouTube at the Dear Stephanie Show, on Facebook page is Dear Stephanie, and we have a podcast. So if you're a Spotify person, we have a podcast where we share some other kind of stuff related to what I share in the videos, related to relationship and marriage is what I'm saying. And you can have all of that on Spotify. We're also Dear Stephanie. Till I come your way again next week, I'm still Stephanie, your neighborhood counselor. A wonderful, wonderful weekend.